Hey everyone. So today I'm going to talk to you about how to prepare for an audition.
Every moment is a teachable moment.
Okay, so a lot of times we get multiple auditions a day, and I think our first instinct is let's run into our studio and record them as fast as we can because it's important that we get our audition in first. But I think a lot of times we need to stop and take a moment to do a little bit of research. The research that you do before your audition can be really helpful in determining the type of performance that you want to give, and also really connect with the audience that your potential client is trying to reach. A lot of times we'll get that audition, we'll get the specs, we have an age, we have male, female, non-binary, whatever. We've got maybe an ethnicity in there. So those things are already spelled out for us. However, in the copy, we may or may not have clues or any indication about the actual storyline of the copy. It behooves us to take any of the words that we don't know, the company names if we're not familiar with, and just put that into Google and do a little bit of research, because you'll find out a lot. First of all, if you know who the company is, definitely go to Google, research the company, take a look at their website, see who they are, what products do they make. Maybe this copy is referring to one of those products. Maybe it's a new product and we don't know anything about it. However, we can still learn a lot about the company and maybe a little bit more about who they are as a brand. And that will really help you to color the audition the way the company wants to be represented. Now, also, if it happens to be a specific product, go ahead and research the product as well. The more you know about what you're talking about, right, and what you're voicing, the more it will come out in your performance. There will be a confidence, you will be coming from a place of authority, and it will also be coming from a place of authenticity, because you will have knowledge about that product. And speaking about that will come through in your performance. Also, I want you to really take a good look at the beginning of the script, which will typically be an introduction, the end of the script, a conclusion, right? Maybe a tagline, maybe a summary. And then also in the middle, there might be a call to action, or there might be what I like to call a crescendo of that script. And I want you to try to figure out what the storyline of the copy is. Again, we are storytellers as voice actors, and it's hard to tell a story when we don't know what that story is. So take a moment to actually read the script and read it a few times. And sometimes scripts are a little ambiguous and we don't necessarily know what they're talking about, and that requires us to scrutinize just a little bit longer. Maybe there are certain words in certain places, make sure you read it carefully, that will indicate what the copy is really all about, or what the story is really all about. And I've had students that have read scripts in one way, and then I'd say, go ahead and read that line again, and what do you think that line means? And then you have to really stop and think, well, I'm not really sure. I just kind of read the words, right? If you really take a look at each of the words and then compare them maybe to what's happening in the introduction of it or at the conclusion of it, and you might find a relationship between those words that you're not quite sure what they're talking about to the storyline. Once you have the research done, you can then voice with a whole lot more confidence and a whole lot more authority and a whole lot more familiarity. And that's going to give you a better performance and a more authentic performance. Thanks for watching, guys. If you want more tips on voiceover performance, check out my videos here. Thanks, guys. See you next week.